All right, everybody, welcome to day number 10 of the 30 days of WrestleScope, and we are at the end of WrestleMania Night 1. This is not going to be a long stream because there's a lot of great people out there right now. They're doing WrestleMania post shows right now, and I'm not going to take away from what they're doing. I'm John. Thank you very much for tuning into WrestleScope. Hold on a second. I got to get a few things up here. Here we go. Yep. Definitely make sure that you give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And also, don't forget, check me out. I'm going to leave this scroll going on all my other social media. But it is the 30 days of WrestleScope. It is WrestleMania 37 Night 1. And I'm going to do a little bit of a brag here because I have to, because I want to. And actually, let me see if I can. I'm going to see if I can bring this up. Let's see. I'm going to try to share a screen here and hopefully this is going to work. So I am one of the few people, I believe, that predicted that Bobby Lashley was going to end up retaining his championship on night 1 of WrestleMania. And you know what? I got to put this out here. I took some heat from the guys, and unfortunately you guys are seeing all the extra garbage over here on the other side. I'm sorry. I took heat from the guys on True Heel Heat Wrestling last night on their show when I said, hey, Bobby Lashley is going to retain since that match is the very first match of the night. If it was the main event, Drew would win. And they ripped on me. And guess who was right? That's right. Your boy, John from WrestleScope. That's right. But I will give them credit. The guys over at True Heel Heat Wrestling. Definitely go check them out, please. They are a fantastic bunch of guys over there. Please go check them out at True Heel Heat on Twitter and True Heel Heat Wrestling on YouTube. They do a fantastic job. But I'll give them credit. They gave me a shout out online that I ended up getting it right. But boy, I'll tell you. I took a lot of crap from people over the last couple of days when I kept saying, even before it was announced that Bobby Lashley and Drew were going to be the opening match, when the rumors were going around about it, I said, listen, Drew's going to get his moment. They are not going to pull this title off of Bobby Lashley. And I was right. And I'm going to stand on top of that mountain, all right? And honestly, I did pretty doggone good for myself here on night number 1. The only match that I got wrong out of everything tonight was the tag team turmoil match. I never thought it was going to go in the direction of Natalya and Tamina. And right now, unless something strange happens tomorrow, I don't care about that match. All right. Everything else, fantastic on this show. I'm going to do just a real quick wrap up here because it's getting kind of late and yeah, lots of other opinions out there. Congratulations, Bianca Belair. My goodness, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks put on just a wonderful, just a fantastic main event match. Both of those ladies deserved that spot. It was an incredible match, a great way to close out the show. I wish they would have stuck with the coverage a little bit longer on Peacock and enjoy the celebration of her a little bit more. I think maybe they cut it out earlier just because they had the delays at the beginning of the show. I wish they would have stuck with it just a little bit longer. Even just one more minute would have been nice. I felt like they cut it off a little short, but an absolutely fantastic match. Bad Bunny, oh my goodness, he surprised the heck out of me. I knew he was going to do well, and I know he's been training at the Performance Center for months, but man, he looked fantastic. But I tweeted this: if an MVP of the night award would go out, it would have to go to The Miz. The Miz helped Bad Bunny look like $1 million out there tonight. That match was a lot better than I thought it was. I was so happy to see Cesaro get his shining moment and defeat Seth Rollins in what was a fantastic match. I was really excited to see that. AJ and Almost, I don't think anybody was surprised with, first of all, how that match went, that AJ took the majority of that match and Almost came in and got the pinfall. And the fact that they won the tag team titles, no big surprise there. Braun and Shane was actually a better match than I thought it was going to be. It started off good. You obviously had that the interference out there from Elias and Jackson Riker, which we knew was going to happen. But really, the ending came down to both Shane and Braun, and it was just fantastic. It was a lot better than I thought it was. The tag team turmoil match, it was what it was. I was disappointed. There was a couple of different directions they could have went here. I thought it was going to be Lana and Naomi winning it and Lana being able to get her retribution, her redemption against Shayna and Nia. That didn't happen. And then I thought, well, they put this team together of Billy Kay and Carmella. Maybe it's going to be the Billy Kay redemption story. Didn't end up being that. Well, maybe it's going to be the Riot Squad because, you know, they've earned it. No, it wasn't them. It's Natalya and Tamina. You've got two heel tag teams going into this match tomorrow night. So something else is going to happen. Something different is going to happen here. Maybe it turns into a triple threat. Maybe we have a Hardy Boys type situation again, like we did a couple of years ago when they showed up when a triple threat match suddenly turned into a fatal four-way. I don't know. Something's going to end up happening here because if it ends up being Natalya and Tamina against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, why? Why wasn't this on SmackDown then? And you don't get the SmackDown tag team titles on here. I don't know. Night one was a really good night. It wasn't perfect. There were some things that weren't great. I saw somebody rank it a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. I'd go maybe a 7, 7.5. The tag team turmoil match really dragged it down. Really dragged it down bad. But the rest of the matches were good. I'm interested to see what's going to happen on night two. Night two is going to be very interesting. We shall see. Yeah, I think that's about all I've got for now. I will be back. Oh, wait, we got some comments coming in. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ignore the comments. Yeah. Oh, Mizzy, the crowd was whack. It was great. I'll tell you, the crowd, it was great to see that. Here's the question I have. It was great to see Vince McMahon being the first one out there. I think it made sense for him to welcome the fans back and have the entire roster out there. I wish they would not have brought Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil out before Bobby and Drew. Have them come out after the Bobby and Drew match. But there were some guys out there that, why were they in their gear? Why were they in their wrestling gear? Guys like Mustafa Ali, and I'm trying to remember who I all mentioned. Angel Garza, Mustafa Ali, Tozawa, guys like that. Why were they in their ring gear? I don't understand that. Okay. Jared Keith, you think Drew got screwed? No. I think this was the right thing to do. You get Bobby Lashley, who you couldn't have him as a transitional champion. It's just not fair to him. He's been a really good character over the last 6 months. Drew didn't need to win the title here. You get a summer-long build. You get another match between Drew and Bobby at SummerSlam and let Drew win at SummerSlam when there will possibly be an even bigger crowd, depending on where they hold this. And Jared, again, love having the crowd factor back. Absolutely. You didn't need to there was no fake crowd noise as far as I could tell. It was very organic. It was very real. It was great to hear that out there. I loved to see it. I can't wait to see what's going to happen tomorrow night. Going to be very interesting. The big one is going to be Fiend and Orton. That's the one that none of us really know what's going to happen in that match. Actually, the one that I'm really interested to see what the crowd reaction is going to be like is going to be the main event. Roman versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan. I think Edge is going to get booed out of the building. I think there's going to be a bigger crowd reaction on the bad side for Edge than there is Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns is actually going to get cheered more than Edge, but Daniel Bryan's going to be the one that's going to get the huge pop. And I've said this in my predictions, and I'm going to say it again. I think they're going to go into that match tomorrow night, that main event match, and they're going to have 2 finishes ready to go until after we see what the crowd reaction is on the entrances. And at the beginning of the match, there will be a change on the fly. I don't know if we're ever going to hear the finality of that, definitively find out that that was actually what ended up happening. I can see somebody like a Dave Meltzer or whatever reporting it, but that's my prediction. Let's get a couple more real quick here. Jarrett Keith, very busy on the comments. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Fiend is going to do something gnarly. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think there's going to be some limitations on what he can do. Since it's not going to be a cinematic match, but who the heck knows? Brian is probably going to take it. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. I really don't know. I think the only thing is, I don't think Edge is going to win. It's either going to be Roman or Daniel Bryan. I do not think Edge is going to win right now, because Roman, people would boo, but they'd be fine with it. Daniel Bryan, obviously, they would cheer like crazy. Edge, I think, would be a 50-50 reaction, and that's not what WWE wants to close out the show. They either want people so angry that Roman Reigns, the heel, ends up winning, or Daniel Bryan, the underdog, ends up winning. I think they want the ultimate of either one of those two. What about Asuka and Ripley? That one, I hope that's going to be a really good match, though. Sasha and Bianca set the bar extremely high. They really did tonight for women's wrestling. And honestly, Sasha and Bianca did what the tag team turmoil match could not do. They made women's wrestling look really good again for WWE. Mizzy, here's the question. Do you think any new wrestlers show up? I don't know about new ones. I'm hoping that little segment that we saw with Bayley was not her only appearance for WrestleMania. I am hoping that they give her a Ding Dong Hello segment. And I've been talking about this on a couple of my streams. I've done it on a couple of other ones as well, that I'm hoping that she gets a segment out there where obviously she can get a good pop from the crowd, because she will. And she basically does almost a shoot style interview out there. Like, listen, we saw the women main event last night, but why am I not out here? I'm the biggest women's star that there is. I'm bigger than all of these women here. Why am I not on the show tonight outside of this? Are they afraid of me? Is there nobody out there that wants to challenge me? And then all of a sudden, one of 3 things is going to happen. Becky Lynch returns, which I don't think is going to end up happening now. I think her little cryptic Instagram picture that she put out there, where the first letters of what she wrote spelled out night 1, that was to honor Sasha and Bianca for the main event of night 1. 2, a returning Charlotte. Or 3, Mizzy, to answer your question, a new to the main roster call-up, Io Shirai. One of those 3 things happen. As far as any other new wrestlers showing up, I think any call-ups, if Io Shirai does not happen tomorrow night, there will not be any other new wrestlers showing up. I think that would be saved for Monday Night Raw or for SmackDown. I don't think any of that's going to happen. I've heard people talking about Adam Cole coming up. The Adam Cole-Kyle O'Reilly feud on NXT is not over yet. Yeah, they had an unsanctioned match. They've got so much more to go with this. They really do. So Adam Cole is not coming up anytime soon. Finn Balor, he is not done in NXT. Yep, Jarrett, I didn't even see your comment. No, Finn Balor is not done in NXT yet. I don't think it's the time for him to come back. I think something else is getting there. There's still more for Finn Balor to do in NXT. He's not going to win the title back. Let Karrion Kross have his run through the summer now. And I'm actually glad Karrion Kross won because there's been rumors about him getting called up. It's not time for him to come up yet. Let him be a dominant champion for the summer. Hold it through the next takeover, which will most likely will be June. And then he drops the belt at whatever the August takeover will be. Why do you go back to NXT in the first place? Well, they had nothing for him on the main roster. And aren't you glad Finn Balor went back to NXT? Because, boy, he's looked fantastic over the last year. He would have been lost on the main roster. He just didn't want to be there anymore. They just didn't have anything for him. 24/7 championship tomorrow? I would certainly hope so. I mean, they teased some stuff with that Old Spice commercial thing, and where has R-Truth been for the last? When's the last time we saw him on TV? It's been almost a month. Is he another one of those guys that dealt with COVID that we haven't seen him? You know what? While we're talking, let me see if I could find anything on R-Truth on the twit. Let's see. Why am I not able to find on the Truth Killings? Let's see. Let's see what he's been posting lately. Not a whole heck of a lot. Talking about a few shows he's going to be on. He wants to be the Old Spice guy. Yeah, he has not been posting much on Twitter lately. A little bit. So, yeah, we haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of them. Yeah, Karrion Kross. Yeah, Graham, you're a new viewer here. Thank you very much. I haven't seen your name on here before. Yeah, I'm a little worried. I'm worried about any NXT call-ups right now. I really am, because they have just dropped the ball with all of them. That's why I don't want Io Shirai to come up, because I think she's going to get screwed up. Oh my goodness. I have to show you this. I got to share this with you guys. So you all know, hold on, let me get rid of this real quick. Oh, Mizzy, I'm going to show your other comment in just a second here. You all know I'm a huge fan of WrestleTalk. They do a great job with everything that they do as far as wrestling news and everything else. If you haven't checked them out, please go check them out, WrestleTalk. Some guys out of you're going to love this. So Ollie Davis, who's kind of the leader of WrestleTalk, they're in England, and obviously they've been on lockdown, and they haven't been able to get haircuts or anything else. And Ollie Davis, Mr. Davis, the leader of things over at WrestleTalk, his hair has grown out quite a bit. It's looked kind of funny. And they had a challenge between him and his main partner, Luke Owen, that if they raised 10,000 pounds or however it works out to dollars for a charity that they were working on through their live streams today and tomorrow, he would shave his hair. Well, not only did they hit the 10,000 pound mark, they hit 13,000. And here is what Ollie Davis ended up having to do. He had to shave his head. And so the top was actually full. He shaved that much of his head right now, and he's going to shave the rest of it bald later this week. But I was sitting here. I could bring my son Noah in here and tell you, I was watching their live reaction video live while they were doing it, and he was shaving his head in the shower. And I was literally doubled over laughing watching this because it was just so funny. But yeah, I can't. Oh man, I might have to make that my new profile picture on here for right now, because that is just classic. But I give Ollie Davis and the guys over at Wrestle Talk all the credit in the world. They're actually the ones that inspired me to do what I'm doing here. So just a nice little laugh for you folks there. All right, one more. Let's get one more comment here from Omizzy. We should bring back the European Championship. Don't you think there's enough championships in WWE right now? I mean, each show has essentially 6 belts on the men's side between the WWE and Universal title, Intercontinental and US title, and then the Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Then you have the 24/7 title. Do we really need a European Championship? And considering that we have the NXT UK Championship, I really don't think we need a lower mid-card European title. It was a cool title back in the day, but they don't need it anymore. I don't think we really need any more championships at this point. All right. Thank you very much. I'm going to end this here. I was planning on doing a video earlier today, doing kind of a news video, and I actually had some things going on, and I opted against it. And you know, I was going to show you guys something new. I've been working on something new here in the office. You will notice, let me get out of the way here. Something's missing. Something's missing. The belts are gone. Well, they're not gone. They've been moved. I will figure out tomorrow. I might actually do my day 11 video on my iPad so I can actually show you a little more. But some changes have been made in the WrestleScope office, which is my basement office at home. So I'll actually show it off to you guys tomorrow. Okay. I think I will do that. Here's what we'll do. If I can get to, let's see, does it show? I'm at 98 subscribers right now. If I can get to 100 subscribers by tomorrow, so that's 2 more subscribers. If I can get to 100, I will show you what I have done here in the office. Okay. So if you're viewing right now, I've got 3 of you in here, probably Jarrett, Keith, Omizzy, and Graham. If any of you 3 are not subscribed to my channel right now, please do get me to 100 and I will show you what I've got going on over there. Okay. I'll show you tomorrow what I've got going over there on day 11 of the 30 days of WrestleScope, because I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's kind of cool. It's not completely done yet, but it looks really cool. All right. I'm out of here for tonight. I will be back tomorrow. Got to recover from day 1, night 1 of WrestleMania 37. I'm excited for night 2. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bells. Let's get, oops, wrong one. Got to get this one up there. Yep. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification buttons, and I'm going to, hold on, I'm going to leave us with this. I'm going to leave us with this real quick. I'm going to leave you with Ollie Davis and his new hair. He's going to be so angry at me for sharing that on here. Oh my goodness, but I can't help it. It is just too damn funny. All right. Have a great night, everybody. We will talk before night 2 of WrestleMania 37. I'm John. This is WrestleScope TV. It is the 30 days of WrestleScope. Have a good night, everybody.